All right, welcome back. Why are we talking about Ebuka? Uh, Ebuka. Remember that song? Ebuka. No, it wasn't Ebuka. It was Ebu God. That song was Ebu God. It was Toke Makiwa, who seemed like he was fantasizing about this young man who thought the song said Ebuka. It was Ebu God. Remember that song with Little Keshi, with Zlatan? That was a hit song. Anyway, that is still a hit song. Actually, I believe that song will go down in history as one of the classics. She said, I'm at a work party or enjoy yourself. All right, so while we're talking about Ebuka, I'm going to play a short video for you, and then we can finish off the show properly, okay? Ebuka is... who is Ebuka? First of all, Ebuka is a TV host show. He's also the host of the most popular election that they conduct in Nigeria, the BBN. Okay, his name is Ebuka Obi-Uchendu. Ebuka Obi-Uchendu is 41 years old, married to his beautiful wife Cynthia Obianodo since 2016. Okay, so they're going in on about 7 years, something like that. All right, so let me see. It's Ebuka. Okay, Ebuka is an Igbo boy, right? I think he's an Igbo guy. Yeah. Anyway, so he's a TV show host. He's known for hosting the reality show BB and Big Brother Naija, the long-running Robin Mind talk show, of course, where Emeka Ike started dragging his family that time, you know. So it's a Mind Talk show on Channels TV, as well as co-hosting The Spot and Men's Corner on Ebony Live Television. Okay, so that's Ebuka. Ebuka does not cause any kind of trouble anywhere. Okay. Yes, it's Igbo. Yes. All right. So I pray to God that they continue to keep it that way. Particularly acquire the skills to continue to keep it that way. You know, after a while it becomes cruise. It becomes easier after a while. When you hit a certain place, it just becomes cruise. But to get to that space is hard work, and a lot of people are they're trying to use common sense to do it, and you know how that story goes. But anyway, hopefully they keep it that way. But this is why we're talking about it today. There's a video I'm going to play right here for you from Ebuka. Let's go.
Looking at the job Ebuka does, especially with the social ones such as Big Brother, do you feel insecure? No, I'm not like an insecure person naturally. So his job is his job. It's just like any other job. If I were to be insecure about him doing Big Brother, if he were to be a doctor, I'll still be insecure. I'm naturally not an insecure person. I'm confident in who I am. And that's that, really. I don't think his job makes me feel insecure. If I were to be insecure, regardless of his job, I'll be insecure, you know? You get my vibe. Anyway, that's how I feel anyway. Looking at the job Ebuka does, especially with the social ones such as...
Now, she said, that's how I feel anyway. When she said that's how I feel anyway, I have no choice at that point to just leave this auntie alone. Don't drag her words too much. Don't nitpick her words, right? I really have no choice. But, you know, I still thought I can make one comment, and then we can go inside the comment and see what people are saying. The comments is where it's going down. Inside the comments, you know. But yes, let me see here. I'm going to play it again so you can hear what she said. Let's play it again.
Big Brother, do you feel insecure? No, I'm not like an insecure person naturally. So his job is his job. It's just like any other job. If I were to be insecure about him doing Big Brother, if he were to be a doctor, I'll still be insecure. I'm naturally not an insecure person. I'm confident in who I am.
So she said if he was a doctor, she would still be insecure. And then she said naturally. What is naturally not an insecure person? I guess she means she's a confident person. Is that what she means? Right? Now, some of the issues why I have to nitpick some of this words sometimes is because there are people that are interpreting that as some kind of in a poisonous way. Okay, There are people that are interpreting that kind of stuff in a poisonous way. So I try to tackle it, not to correct her, but to add context to what she's saying. Okay? To add some context to it. She said, I'm naturally not an insecure person, but later on then she said, I'm not, at least that's how I feel. Okay? She feels secure in her marriage. Okay? That's what that means. Okay? It means she feels secure in the situation that she's in. And that's ideally what you're looking for. None of us are, quote unquote, naturally insecure. All of us have certain areas of our lives where we are insecure. All of us. Across the board. Okay? And if that thing gets provoked inside of marriage or not, it will rise right to the surface. Okay? And your insecurity tends to be attached to some kind of, directly or indirectly, I'm saying a lot of stuff, to some kind of childhood experience you've had. There's a way that your partner can move, because we're all influential, right? You might not know you have the power, but we all have influence, especially over a partner that somehow you influence them, somehow, maybe not intentionally, that they marry you or you marry them. That's a level of influence. That person has the power to provoke insecurity in you. If they move mad to some extent, that insecurity will rise to the surface. Okay? Now, being in the position where Ebuka is, being a TV personality that is also probably admired by a lot of people that might want attention, he probably gets a lot of attention, right? That's also additional layer of factors that can absolutely provoke insecurity in certain types of people, right? But there are also certain types of skills that a man can have that he can use to overcompensate for that you won't have to worry about that, right? Clearly, the Ari song that we covered yesterday did not have that. We have many of the examples that they simply did not have that. Their wife is always looking over their shoulder, and even if they haven't caught them red-handed, they are always afraid. They're always going through the phones, through the WhatsApp messages. They don't have the skill set to bring that level of security into that relationship. So the only thing she's telling me is two things, okay? It's true, she could be just that confident about the situation, but it's also very important that we give Ebuka some of that credit, because there's a way you can move, right? That insecurity that she does not naturally have can easily rise to the surface. Easily. And then also Ziggy says you can be confident and have insecurity. We all have insecurity in one. Just look at a part of your life where you think you can absolutely improve on, that you feel like you've been working hard on for longer than you like. Okay? It's a part of your life that you've been working on, you want some kind of improvement, but it's taking longer than you'd like. For the longer it's now taking, that insecurity is creeping in. You start to question your abilities, even if you've done it successfully in the past. You start to question yourself, right? For example, let's say, your husband is always around you, but these days he just seems like he doesn't care. He's not showing a level of affection anymore. And you're starting to wonder, right? That can start to make you feel insecure. Insecurity is actually just human behavior, but it's a function of course, our social construct and a lot of stuff that's happening around us. But I'm not sure if we can bring the natural thing into it, like she said. I think it is. But I hear her loud and clear that her situation is good on the home front, and that's a good thing. I think that's a beautiful thing. But insecurity, most people that are insecure, they also never admit, especially men. They never admit that they're insecure, because when you admit that you're insecure, it's almost like you're admitting to weakness, like you're weak. It's not necessarily that you're weak. you're definitely going through a weak phase. In whatever aspect of life we're talking about, you're definitely weak. And at least other people are probably kind of pointing out like, yeah, you're kind of insecure, you know. And then you're like, no, I'm not insecure. Well, the fact that you responded that way is given. Are you sure you're not insecure? Right? So a lot of people will get very defensive when you say they're insecure. It's like, if you tell me I'm insecure, I'm like, what do you mean? Right? I'm like, maybe I am. Maybe. Right? It's possible. Right? It's possible. It's, you know, I expect that human beings can be insecure. That's normal. But if it's at a toxic level where you're now when that behavior is draining for your relationship, that's when a lot of people are now ready to say maybe there's something wrong. Like at that point it's kind of late. You've gone past insecure to toxic at that point in time. But insecure can show up in little behavioral ways and stuff like that. But let me read some of this. We're now 4 minutes over time. I'm trying to be on time today. Let me read some of this comments before we move on forward. But shout out to Ebuka and the wife. They've always shown in the public space as a very healthy couple, but we don't know. We don't know, okay? And we don't need to know. As long as he can keep his household together like that, he's probably doing something right to a large extent, especially if your wife will come out full chest and say, I'm naturally always secure. Baba, take some of that credit. You're doing a good job, okay? That's something I can take away from that. But let me see what the Indomie generation will have to say in the comments. Indomie generation undefeated. This is what they said. Okay, so apparently this video actually came from it came from her channel. She has a YouTube channel now. Okay. All right. I hope she has enough tough skin to undo some of these comments. Somebody said, this woman no fine, Sha. Pardon me. Sorry. There's mad people everywhere. Tobaya, they will say, well, you can't call them barbarians. That girl is good looking. Really. Every woman should be a confident woman, right? Absolutely. Every woman should be a confident woman. Should is the key word. Every woman are not confident woman, right? There's a lot of people dealing with issues of lack of confidence. Insecurity made a woman to wake up at 4 a.m. to prepare good food for the husband so that his colleagues doesn't snatch him with 2 spoons of rice. All right. So that person's catching cruise, it looks like. Why do I not believe? I read countenance. Sheng Bowiri. Sheng Bowiri.
Let the poor breathe.
This person said they read countenance. Terrible. She said, I read countenance and listen to tone of voice. Anyways, I wish them good. If somebody is with their full chest saying, I am naturally a secure person, congratulate them first now. These people. Anyway, somebody said, is she CC's sister? Okay, I think CC is another BBN Niger chick. I need her around. Find her for me. Okay. Why is she looking like CC? Somebody say, yes, Queen. Lobaton. At least somebody is celebrating her. Somebody said, billionaire daughter. I love her. She's a billionaire daughter. Is that real? I didn't know that. Somebody said, okay, ma'am, please add that you are friends with your man. All right, that's what I was saying earlier on. And he gives you that assurance. Exactly. But it's probably a longer video. She probably added it to the context, right? And had that he gives you that assurance that you don't need to even bat an eyelid. And that is how it should be. Absolutely. And that's a good point. Your partner, your spouse, like I said, has the power to influence you, and your worst insecurity will rise. It's like the cream always rises to the top, right? In a certain types of environment, insecurity will rise all the way to the top. Okay. The only issue here is that somebody who will not be able to comprehend it as not an unnatural thing might have a hard time admitting it and then dealing with the issue properly. So if you don't identify the problem properly, you'll be solving a problem that doesn't exist, right? It's kind of like saying do what works for you. It's like solving problems that don't exist. It's like that person was doing what didn't work for them. They were clearly doing what was working for them, and it wasn't working. Anyway, let's continue here. And then another person said, pretty lady, see, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Someone said, I like her. She speaks so well and mature. She is calm person. For the most part, that's what people will pick up, right? They will pick your healthy people, I should say. There are mad people that will always pick negative energy. But for the most part, normal people will pick up that confidence that she has, and they will find it sexy, right? So again, if that's working for her, I'm here to give my brother that kudos. I said, good job. Keep making her feel secure. But yes, congratulations to you. You're naturally never insecure. Good. Shout out to you, lady. Awesome. But that confidence is actually much more of a powerful superpower that can probably keep Ebuka coming home every night. More so. So that's a good point. All right, that's what most healthy people would pick up, and that's why this person says she is a calm person. They're picking up her energy rather than nitpicking. I'm nitpicking because I'm looking for lessons, right? I love the firmness of her voice. It's different from Jesus Christ. This is harsh. This is just ridiculous. Oh my God.
Sorry.
This person said, I love the firmness of her voice. Is different from her face. Her face looks very soft and sweet compared to her voice. Okay. That's what the person was doing. I didn't finish reading. The person was saying her face seems soft, but they can hear a level of confidence and they find that attractive. It's not just women that will find that attractive. Men in general, okay, healthy men, okay, not weirdo lames. They find your firmness, they find your assertiveness. They might be on the receiving end of later on. Doesn't mean that they won't resent it later on, but they find your assertiveness, firmness, confidence. Healthy men generally will find that sexy, okay? But if he ends up on the receiving end of it somewhere 13 years down the line,
He shock you.
he will resent it, or he might just call it masculine at that point, and then he might even resent the last 13 years of his life. The reality is that he doesn't have the skills to continue what he started. Okay. Let me see. Listening in the background, doing work until I heard the girl is not fine. Hubby haters, she won't find by. Very pretty girl. She is pretty. I mean, even this picture, even the way she's holding this picture here, this picture frame right here is sexy, and it showcases the confidence we were talking about, right? It's the easiest thing also for a man. Life becomes a lot more easier for a man who knows how to appreciate it. A healthy man, of course, a man on purpose. He will blossom even more if he knows he can come back home to a very sexy, confident, firm, assertive lady. If he's not on the receiving end of it, if somehow he translate or interpret all of that as disrespect, discombobulate everything I just said, just so you know. All right, awesome. I think we got a grip of what is going on here right now. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, just in case you're brand new here. Subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified directly when we drop videos. Okay, I want to say thank you so much. This week is going fantastic, lovely. Shout out to Adebusola, D Love, Chinye, Ziggy, Natu, Chinye. I think I already said Chinye. Brother Ben, Brother Patrick. Those are my people. Shout out to all of you that were interactive in the chat today. Toby, shout out to Toby. I appreciate all of you. I think I already said Ziggy, D Love, of course. Who else did I see earlier on? Adebusala, I think I said that already. Shout out to BC. I'm seeing that name for the first time. BC Shitu. That's a fantastic. Is Shitu Muslim name or Yoruba name? I'm not sure. Gore's Corner, shout out to Gore. She probably went to sleep. Shout out to Paula, of course. Shout out to all of you now. We're finishing on time, so I wanted to do a quick shout out to everybody. All right, great. Thank you. And Ice Ice, shout out to Ice Ice. What's going on, Ice Ice? How you doing? All right. Anyway, so this is a good one. I like finishing on time. I'm still 15 minutes late, but let's call this a day. Let me make sure I'm not missing something. No, I'm not missing anything. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. All right, Grace, we can't finish the conversation in one day now, right? All right, so hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to download the books. The books are available at manofprestige.com. If you have any questions, you have a particular topic you want me to cover, you have something personal, but you want me to be generic with my answer, you can just send it to ask@manofprestige.com. If you're looking for a consultation, there's a one-time complimentary 30 minutes consultation available that shows up to you after you download any of the books, okay, at manofprestige.com. Once you download the book, you will see it up there. You can book a 30-minute session on my calendar, okay? That's the best way to reach me, okay? So thank you so much. She said we'll rewatch. Okay, awesome. That's awesome. All right. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.